Hey, family and friends. Thank you, my YouTube family, for joining me today for another episode of Cooking with KLun. I appreciate you stopping by today to visit my channel. And today we are going to be preparing some steak. Alright, and this is bottom round steak, excuse me, bottom round steak, and we have 3 pieces. We're going to give it a generous amount of seasoning, and we're going to use the Cajun style spicy seasoning, garlic and herb seasoning, black pepper, pepper, onion powder. We're going to use some lemon pepper, and we're going to use some Italian seasoning. So I've already washed my meat, and now we're going to season. Voila! It's seasoned. All of the different spices are on there, and we're just going to do like this. Give it a quick rub to get it on the other side. And that keeps you from wasting seasoning. Okay. And that allows all sides to be seasoned. You can see there, because I put a generous amount on there, you can see this. It's seasoned, sprinkle on one side, and then you can take the other side and rub it against the other piece of meat, and all sides are seasoned. Okay? These are the seasoning that we're using on our bottom round steak. We're using the Cajun style spicy seasoning. We're using Italian seasoning. We're using ground black pepper. We're using garlic and herbs, lemon pepper, and onion powder. Okay, and onion powder is a great substitute for salt. For those of you who are trying to eliminate salt from your diet, onion powder is a great substitute. Okay, onion powder, lemon pepper, garlic and herbs, ground black pepper, Italian seasoning, and Cajun style. And we're going to put this meat in the oven and let it cook. Okay guys, our meat is all seasoned, and we have it in a baking pan. As you can see, this is the baking pan that it's in. Okay, but we're just using this portion of the pan, and we lined the pan with aluminum foil. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that's the way that I'm preparing this meal today. Okay, we've seasoned our meat generously, and we topped them with onion and bell peppers. Okay, and we season with the garlic and herbs, all-purpose season. We use some ground black pepper. We use Italian seasoning. We use onion powder. And we use some Cajun style spicy Louisiana classic all-purpose seasoning. Okay, so we again put a generous amount on this bottom round steak, and we're going to cook it in the oven. As you see, like I said, it's lined with aluminum foil. Okay, and we're going to close it up. On the other half of the pan, we're going to cook some green beans. Okay, and I'm just going to lightly spread with some butter flavored cooking spray. just lightly. Okay, and we're gonna add a little olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Not that much, just a little drizzle. And we're gonna pour this on our green beans. We're gonna put our green beans on, and then we're gonna sprinkle some of that on and some seasoning. Okay guys, as you see here, our green beans are seasoned. They're in the same pan with our meat. Okay, and we actually use the same seasoning that we use on our meat. And I'm just kind of giving them a little stir. Okay. And we're just going to drizzle a little oil, extra virgin olive oil on here. And we're going to give it another stir. Okay. Just gently stirring it around so that oil can get on all the green beans. You can cook it this way or you can cook it in a pot. I do it both ways, okay? Your preference, but you might want to try this. Alright, so that is stirred. I'm just moving the pan around so you can see. Okay. Now we're going to put this in the oven and let it cook. So our green beans and our meat will be cooking at the same time. Now, okay, so like I said, the meat is over here on this side. The bottom round steak is over here, as you can see. And it's generously seasoned, but then topped with bell peppers and onions. Okay, and it is lined with aluminum foil, and we're going to pour a little water on that. And then on this side we have the green beans, seasoned green beans. And we're going to put a little water on the meat like I said, and then we will let cover the entire pan with aluminum foil. So you can see, I'm just going to put a little water in here. I have some poured in a measuring cup. So, I'm not going to put a whole lot in here. Just a little. Okay, pretty much to coat the bottom of the, okay. You can see there. So you're just coating the bottom. You don't need a whole lot. Okay, now guys, we're going to stick this in the oven. Let's pour our aluminum foil over. You can see. Right, we fold that over. And now we're going to cover the whole pan and stick it in the oven. Okay, the pan is covered as you see. And it's going in the oven. Okay guys, while our bottom round steak is cooking in the oven, we're gonna whip up a quick peach cobbler. And for this peach cobbler, we're going to use the Almond Breeze milk, and it's the vanilla flavor Almond Breeze milk. We're going to use like a cup and a half of the Almond Breeze milk. Okay, we are going to use peaches. We have 3 cans of peaches. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and pour our peaches in. And we're pouring the juice in here too. You need that juice. Right? Okay, so we have the 3 cans of peaches that we just put in. And we're going to sprinkle some ground cinnamon on it. You don't have to use cinnamon, that is optional. I just love cinnamon. And also cinnamon is a spice that is very healthy for you. Alright, and for the batter for our peach cobbler, I'm making my own batter. I'm not buying the box batter. Okay, so for our batter, we're going to use sugar. I have a cup and a half of sugar. I already poured it and measured it. And we're going to dump that in our bowl. And then we're going to use a cup of flour. Okay, we're going to pour our flour in. And guys, what I have found over the many times that I've made the peach cobbler with my own batter, I always pour the flour and the sugar in first, and then I give it a stir to mix in that flour with the sugar. That way you don't have to waste a whole lot of time trying to beat lumps out of the batter once you pour the milk in, because the flour can sometimes cake up. So since we're not sifting the flour, we're going to just take the spoon and stir it up and mix it up real good. Okay, that's all mixed up. Now we're going to add our milk. And we're going to give this a good stir. And of course, I've already stirred up the peaches and cinnamon mixture. And if you just want it to be extra sweet, you can sprinkle some additional salt. Some additional sugar on top of that and mix it up in there as well. Okay. So we're just going to blend this in. I'm using a spoon, but if you choose to use a whisk, you can do that. I do have a whisk, but I already had the spoon, so we're going to use the spoon. Or you can use a mixer, however you prefer to do it, okay? So let's get this mixed up, then we're going to pour it on top of our peaches. And once we pour the batter on top of the peaches, we're going to then just put a few pieces of butter on top of the batter. And that butter will melt and sink down into the mixture. So as you can see, because I've already blended the flour and sugar together, I'm not having those lumps in here. Okay, let's finish